Welcome to News, Views, and What We Choose with Danielle and Dami.
Grab a drink, get the news, and come hang with us. Woohoo! Cheers!
Cheers. We're both drinking something clear and crisp. What are you drinking?
They are. I'm drinking the Kirkland Pinot Grigio, my
Mm.
fave.
I
Sorry,
need
let
a
me get this
next
hand.
next time I
It's
go to
good.
Costco, I'll need to grab a bottle.
Mm-hmm. I think it's like $5.
Oh, I
It's
believe it.
it's something ridiculous where you're like, I'll take 12.
That's how they get you. Um, I'm drinking a Josh Sauvignon Blanc. So we're both drinking nice white crisp
Mm-hmm.
wines.
It feels appropriate.
It
And
does.
I'm like willing the weather, even though this weekend is supposed to rain over here. But so I'm just like trying to enjoy the
Dude,
summer, quote, summer.
dude, I'm supposed to go somewhere fun, and
Yes.
2 of the days it's supposed to rain. So I'm like, great. Yeah.
It'll still be beautiful.
It'll still be great. I think it'll be like, I'm hoping it'll be one of those things where it's like only during the morning and then it clears up in the afternoon. So fingers
Mhm.
crossed.
I know. The boy.
So what have you been up to since we last cheers?
Well, we had Easter. We went over to my family's house in San Jose. And it just was super fun. Like, just all the fam, the boys got to run around like crazy. And then the neighbors came over and they have kids. And they were all a little older than the boys, and they had three kids, a girl and two boys. And that is like the secret sauce. Because I did not see my children for like an hour and a half. Like, I saw them. They did not care about me. They were not bothering me. They were running around. They were demanding. They're kind of like in this phase right now where they're like the social cues aren't there. So they were demanding, like, William was like super into like the daughter, and he was like, "You play with me? You play with me."
It's like you don't get an option.
Come on. Yeah, like you're coming. And then the kids wanted to like watch TV, and like you tell her like super chill, just like ready to watch a movie, and the boys were like, "We go outside, we play. We go outside, we play." And just until they would like go outside and like play with them. So it was really cute to see, and they were just like a really cute family. And then just like having my, siblings and nieces and nephews entertain them too. So it's always nice. Um, and they ate way too much candy. Holy moly.
Surprisingly, my kids did not. Because this year I decided to really like hunker down and not put candy. It was a lot of toys, so there's a lot of little toys floating around.
Yeah.
But I only had one bag of the Easter M&Ms, and that's it.
I put one ring pop in each of their baskets. That is it. But throughout the day, there was
Oh.
cake, there was cupcakes, there were more candies from like the it was like the Easter eggs, I think themselves. We had little toys too that we did like an Easter hunt in Berkeley the day before. That was really cute too. That had like a lot of little toys. But man, that day they came out and they acted like it at the end of the night when we did not go to bed at bedtime.
Did they do so are your kids, because there's like the cliche crash where like they're psychotic little crazy animals that scream bloody murder, or are yours just like they just don't listen, they aren't tired, so they're like not wanting to fall asleep?
It was a little bit of both, and I think too because they were past their bedtime and we didn't have like our normal dinner time, so dinner was like at their bedtime
Mm.
and they both lost their marbles. Like they just were tired and cranky and crying, and then I might have got smacked in the face in front of like the whole restaurant, and you're like
Oh
trying
no.
to I will whoop your butt right now. But I just was
Oh
like,
no.
hey, we don't do that. And he was like, I want dada. And I was like, why?
You're like, okay.
Go. Like, yeah. So that was fun. Super fun. And then just this week, actually today, I took the day off because I had like some medical things that I wanted to get to, and I don't mind sharing, but like I have carpal tunnel.
Oh
Yeah,
no. Do
and
you have to
there's
take
a
like supplements?
I don't. I
Like
haven't looked into
turmeric for
it.
inflammation or something like that?
Probably for inflammation, but I think it's like a combination of like also tendinitis, and they were saying they were calling it like mother's thumb. I don't know if it's like necessarily your thumb, but my hand falls asleep at night, and it's been doing that prior to kids, but apparently when you get pregnant, that can bring it out too, and I'm sure having two babies in you probably doesn't help. Anyway, so it hurts so bad, like to like grab things, and then this week I just was I've been wearing this. And I notice I grab things so crazy. Like, or maybe it's normal, but like I shouldn't be doing it right now. You know what I mean? Like I literally had this on. Went to go grab my humongous backpack and literally picked it up with one hand and was like, "What am I doing? What am I
At
doing?"
least it's making you aware.
Very aware. So I have to go get x-rays and I'll probably go to like a hand therapist,
Damn.
which I don't know what that consists of. And then they are going to test me for like inflammation, kind of like stuff like that. And then the other fun one, which do you like gory things or like do you watch like Dr. Pimple Popper or anything like that?
No. Gross. Don't show me a picture. I don't want to look at it. I don't
I
want to see
wanted to
it.
take a picture so bad. So
Ew.
had a cyst on the back of my head. It was just like a small bump, like probably the size of like my finger, like the tip of my finger. And it's been there for years. And the
Oh, like
dermatologist,
you could actually feel it?
you could feel it. And I like it bothered me and I actually had one lower and it sometimes it felt like it was getting bigger and then it would like chill out. And the dermatologist down in South Bay was like, "Nah, it's just cosmetic. I mean, I can do it if you want, but like, it doesn't really bother anyone." And I was like, "It bothers
Yeah,
me."
if about
But I was
okay.
like, "Okay," like he just made me feel stupid. And so I got a new dermatologist near me now, and he was like, "I would get it removed. It's really easy, and sometimes they're known for getting bigger, and it's just like more of a pain in the ass to like take it out." I was
So a
like, "Thank
second
you."
opinion was necessary years
Yeah.
later.
So they gave me a shot, like basically the stuff that they give you for cavities. Is that
Okay.
Novocaine?
No,
No,
Novocaine. They put
no.
Novocaine in your head?
No, I don't think that was that.
I know the sucky thing about me is mine requires 3 times the amount. So they always are like, they go 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have to do it again. One, two,
Oh my
three. And then
God.
they test it, and then I'm like, no, I can still feel that. They're like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, dude, whatever you're doing here, I can still feel it. And they're like, okay, we got to do it again. And I'm like, I told you. You think I'm just like here for funsies? You think I want to get jabbed in like with a needle in the back of my gums?
Lidocaine?
Like, okay, that makes more sense.
Commonly lidocaine. Maybe it was lidocaine.
That
So
makes
they're
more
like,
sense.
give you a shot, and then he took it out. It was really quick, and then I was like, I want to see it. It was like
Well,
this weird. It
well,
wasn't dirty or anything. It just was like a weird. It almost looked like a bead that you would like find in like I don't know, like a stuffed ant. I don't know, like a Beanie Baby or something, but bigger, like a plastic. It looked like a plastic bead. That's what it looks like. So I send it off for testing, but now my head is like numb, like it's not numb. It like actually feels like somebody cut me, and I kind of low key have a headache.
I'm literally, I got shivers. Ugh.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, no, no.
Yeah.
It's like as long as I was like just saying, don't whip out a picture because I thought you were about to be like, hey, you want to see it? Ugh.
Well, they gave me two stitches too, and I've outside of like
For something
having
that big?
yeah, because they have to cut it, and so it's probably like I think it's probably like so
Oh,
two, I think it was two stitches and um
like metal stitches? Do you have to get them pulled out?
I
Or
don't
the like
have to get them pulled out. Yeah. I don't think they're metal though. I think it's just like
the thread?
yeah. And they didn't staple my head.
That's what I was, well, that's what I was like, because I'm sorry, I watched the pit, I got caught up on the pit, and now I'm just like, everything requires staples, right? Like, do, do,
Oh
do,
my
do.
God. I was just terrified of like feeling anything. So I'm glad that I
I,
didn't.
I think the aftermath sometimes sucks more because like you can't feel it in the moment, but then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, that is like excruciating back there, but then you can't look at it.
I can't see it.
You haven't
Yeah,
taken a mirror?
not yet. No. It's been a go-go day. I like got my car, gave my car some love by like getting the oil change that I desperately needed and putting some windshield wipers on her. I was like,
Oh, I
geez.
did that. I did that a month ago, and good timing because oil's gonna get expensive.
Oh, fun stuff. Anyways,
Uh-huh.
what have you been up to?
A lot. Easter. So I think the last episode we did the Easter egg dyeing. So actual Easter happened. Did egg hunt and brunch at my cousin's house, and then came home because she was doing it in shifts. So she's like, yeah, in the middle of the afternoon, so some of my family's coming over. Then, because I'm menstrual, my uncle texts me, but I didn't see it until like 45 minutes later. So then I text him back because he's like, I guess he was driving through
Hmm.
to go visit my aunt up in Tahoe, but he wanted to stop off, at the places to see people before he goes up there. And by the time I got back to him, he's like, "Oh, I just got to, your cousin's house, literally where we just were."
Oh
And
no.
they're like, and then he's like, "Yeah," and then I invited the other cousins, and I'm like, "Oh darn."
So you
And
missed
so,
everyone.
so I was just like, "Well," because like at this point, we literally had gotten back to the house. The boys asked for a bath, so I
Hmm.
was like, "Okay." Like
Yeah.
and I got them in their PJs early and we were watching movies and then that's when he texted. Like sometime between that time. Like I think probably during bath time. But I was like I don't want to also like by the time he literally was only going to be there for another like 40 minutes. So I was like
Yeah.
and they live like half an hour away. So I was like by the time I get them back in their clothes, we get over there, he's going to be saying bye. So I was like
Yeah.
there's no point in me going back over there. And that wasn't even really an option because he even mentioned, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm the way that he worded it. He's like, yeah, I'm actually taking some of your cupcakes that you made because I left them with a bunch. Um, and because I made carrot cupcakes, so good.
Mhm.
But he's like, oh, I'm going to take some to your aunt. I was like, oh, yay. I'm so glad. So, yay. At least because the way he sounded, it sounded like he was like actually leaving. So I was like, okay, perfect. So then I don't feel obligated to have to like get the kids back, like, let's get back in your clothes, kids, let's go.
Oh, that would be wild.
I
Yeah.
know. So, but I just like it's such a bummer because I was like, I only really get to see him maybe like twice a year. So this would
Hmm.
have been my third time a year that I get to see him. But I know that he'll probably, of course, he'll probably message like when he's coming back down
Yeah.
and I'll be gone. So I'm like, well, I'll catch you next time. Um,
Mhm.
but when we did get back, the Easter Bunny and I, at this point, I was like, nope, everything else that you're getting from here on out is me. It's all me.
Hmm.
So the Lego arrived a day after that they were supposed to. So I ordered Lego sets and I ordered them a Harry Potter. I actually have Hagrid sitting right here. I ordered a Harry Potter, Dementors or Death Eaters, I think actually, the Death Eater set. I ordered a Mario Brothers set, and then I ordered a jack-o'-lantern that was on sale for like $11, originally like 25 because it lights up.
Oh, cute.
Super cute. But
Yeah.
that's like the big kahuna, so it's like sitting over there. It's like 700 and something pieces. So I'm like, that one's gonna be a big one for Forrest.
Mhm.
He already built the other ones like back to back. So he spent the whole Easter afternoon, evening watching
Build it.
movies and building Legos.
Cute.
And then per tradition, I did a glow in the dark Easter egg hunt.
All that. Yeah. Cuties.
So they had such a good time doing that before bed. And then the day before, yeah, I'm like trying to figure out. Day before we did the speaking of Super Mario's, the Super Mario Galaxy, I forgot what it's called. The Galaxy versions, the sequel. We did that at the drive-ins. And so it
Yeah.
was the first time that I actually was able to bring out the camping chair I bought, but I bought the love seat
Oh,
camper
yeah,
chair.
that is cool. Hmm.
Oh my God, it's so comfy. I got the one that's padded, so it's like a three-seater.
Hmm.
And it's so comfy and it's perfect. It's the perfect width of the car. So
That's
the
amazing.
boys had so much fun going from there, climbing over into the back of the car, climbing through the car, coming back out. So it was so fun. And they just like ran in circles at the drive-in. So overall, fantastic weekend.
Love it.
Great
Love a
weekend.
good solid weekend.
I was tired.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. You mommed hard.
Oh my God. Um, but yeah, other than that, I mean, like we have We're recording early because we have another fun, jam-packed weekend. But then after this, it's pretty much back to business as usual. It just happens to
Mhm.
be a couple of last weekends have been filled to the brim of
Yep.
things. Yeah. Yeah, because
Should we
like
get
I'm trying to think. I went over like, oh yeah, I did. Okay. I was
You
like,
did,
wait.
yeah.
I was like,
Hmm.
when did we record last week? Sorry, discombobulated. But yes, we shall. You can take it from here.
We're gonna get into what the fuck, Trump. He was busy this week.
Yes.
Yeesh. I, if you could describe him in one word, what would it be?
Dementia.
Lunatic.
Dementia daddy. Ew.
God, I was like, somebody get this guy out. They're talking about like uh making what is it called? Not just the 25th Amendment, which I know you're gonna get to, impeachment. And I'm like, he's been impeached. I want him removed. Like,
That, like the fact that like, okay, as you said, we're gonna get to that because usually we have like maybe one, potentially two stories. No, this episode's gonna be jam-packed with Trump fun. First and foremost, we woke up on Easter Sunday.
hmm.
Speaking of Easter, we woke up to a lovely message from our president, totally with it, completely sane.
Mm.
Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Multiple exclamation points. Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah. This is his Easter message.
What the fuck? Yeah. Absolutely terrifying that this person is representing our country, has security codes and all kinds of access to unlimited power. So great.
That's just fab. And then, of course, everyone's like, yo, conservatives that still support this guy. Yeah, I got nothing to say about this. This
Yeah.
doesn't sound a little weird.
Hmm.
All you head into church. This
Yeah.
doesn't sound bizarre at all.
Nothing? Anyone?
Nothing. You're still supporting your man.
Okay, cool.
Okie dokie. Um, anyway. And
Hmm.
then there was that touch right the day, of course, it's every day after we record. Watch, something's gonna happen tomorrow. Not gonna, that is horrible. Um, every single time the next day, something crazy happens. And there was a rumor, but I feel like sadly it was fake, that he was
Hmm.
rushed to a medical center.
Hmm.
But no, we were just teased with a good time. Um, but anyway, so other than that, he is also from Easter onward. He also said the day after Easter,
Hmm.
he then went again to True Social. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionary, wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight, one of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran.
What the heck?
So he threatened mass genocide.
Yeah.
Again, Congress, where
Where
are
are you?
you?
Where are you at? Yeah, I feel like it shouldn't even be allowed to just threaten that. Like that should be a crime. Um, so like from someone in power. Like if I say that, like I have no power, there's what am I gonna do? But like somebody who actually is in charge should not be saying those kinds of things. Like
And
this is insane.
this threat is technically open threat to commit a war crime,
Hmm.
which is not legal. But
Yeah,
again,
no. Yeah.
legal schmiegel with this guy. Legal schmiegel. Because
Yeah.
he can do anything. He can say anything. He can post anything. Doesn't matter. No one's doing dilly squat. Like, where is Congress?
Do you like in hindsight, like the worst happens, absolute destruction of the earth? Do people regret not physically going down there and removing him?
One would hope.
Like what do you need to see?
What do you need to hear, read, see in
Believe.
black and white? Like, he's literally
Open
saying
mouth.
these things.
People have done worse in power and have been ousted.
People have done less.
I mean, yes, they've done less.
No, they literally have done far, far less. Homie got a blowjob under a fucking Oval Office desk, and then you got impeached. This guy could literally threaten war crimes, threaten to blow people up on Easter, threaten this, threaten that, threaten all the others, and we all saw what's in the Epstein files, but still nothing.
Yeah.
Not a damn thing.
It's disturbing. I don't know what it is, but part of my big hunch is that it's just like the overwhelming amount of technology and like in our face and then the inability to um live fruitfully right now. Like you're like you have to show up to work. You can't not show up to work. You gotta make money because everything's so expensive. So you don't have time to go start a riot. Like, um, so yeah, it's very interesting times.
And I just gotta say, Bernie Sanders is so with it. Like, what if he was our president?
I know.
Because the way he tweets is so eloquent
Hmm.
in comparison. He responded to the whole war crime threat with, this is Bernie Sanders. When Trump threatens that a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again, let us understand what that means. It means that thousands of innocent men, women, and children in Iran will be killed. It means that millions of people there will not have clean drinking water, electricity, or access to healthcare. It means that American tax dollars are going to be used to grossly violate international law and commit a major war crime. There are more than a few Republicans in Congress who know that what Trump is proposing is not only immoral, but is the action of a deranged individual suffering from extreme narcissism. Now is the time for these Republicans to speak up. Trump must be stopped. This war must end. Which leads us into the whole ceasefire that lasted how long? I think
Uh,
so. Trump
uh,
agrees to not kill a whole civilization for 2 more weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Um, Trump agrees a 2 week extension of his 8 p.m. deadline. And it was so funny because I don't know if this is real, but Iran's Twitter, whoever manages their tweets, who does? But they're like, because he it just says 8 p.m. such and such date, and they're like, I don't know if that's good for us. We lost the keys, so can you extend it out? We can't open the strait. We don't know where the keys are. How about Tuesday? How about Tuesday? Like they're joking back because they know he's all talk, no action type of guy. Like in terms of these open air threats, it's when he acts without warning when he just
Yeah.
does it and then we wake up to like another news break.
So true. That's such a good tell. Is like if he's talking about it, it means the opposite on a lot of things, but then he just goes and does whatever he wants. Yeah. Good call, Danielle. And they know that. Obviously, they
That's
know
why
that
they
because
were
they,
joking back like,
yeah.
that doesn't really work for us, or oh, we lost the keys, can't open us straight, maybe Tuesday.
What I think we had posted like responses that other countries have made like to Trump's post or whatever on his Truth Social. And oh my God, it's like it's painful that we are such a mockery. Like we are the idiots in the room. We
No,
are only it just sucks.
okay, I actually have a screenshot. It's been a couple weeks since I've done this, but I actually have a screenshot that is perfect. Someone posted on Twitter. Um, and it literally is, they're like, I don't know, dude. I have a sneaking suspicion that we're literally being forced to look over here as other things are happening over here that we're not seeing.
Always, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that all the things that we are like these crazy things that are making us go like, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. It just doesn't really line up. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense with what he's doing so much. So I don't really know if I feel like that's very truthful. Like I feel like there is something a brewing over here that we're being distracted from. Obviously, we already know like a lot of this stuff is to distract us from the Epstein files.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, I feel like there's some got to be something else, right?
And usually it has to do with money. I mean, a lot of
Hmm,
it has been like deals with the, trading, insider trading.
true.
Um, I think that is a huge piece of it, considering how much Byron made from right before we bombed. Um, so yeah, I think it's like toying with the markets and raking in the dough, but also he is senile. Like there's
He
there is like
is.
a piece
He's
of it
not well.
that's just not sane, right? And no rhyme or reason. And that's just becoming clearer and clearer. I also think like we've talked about this too, like that they must have something on him and probably other world leaders as well. We've talked about Putin in the past, like potentially having something on him. I bet you Israel probably has something on him, which is like, why are we, um, yeah, I think that there's more to the story, and like any good mother says, everything comes out in the wash. So one day we'll know. One
We,
day I think we will know.
and also it's Iran News 24, Iran Media Co. Are the people who are like responding back, but it says confirmed, and this was 8 hours ago. Confirmed, U.S. airstrikes taking place against Tehran, the capital of Iran. The 2 week ceasefire lasted 12 hours.
Whoa, it's embarrassing.
Like you literally can't even hold up your end of the bargain,
Mm-mm.
bruh.
It's just embarrassing. I really want to watch the show Tehran. Have you seen anything about that show? I
No.
hear it's really good. It's on Apple TV.
Oh,
That's like literally where everything is happening. In fact, um they were like planning on shooting or like doing or releasing their next season, and they had to pause it because of like everything that's going on.
of
It,
course.
it, it like is very, my mom was saying it's very similar to like what we were seeing in the beginning of this war. So I'm like, I need to watch that. So I
Do
just
they
put that.
have a Schmonald lump character?
I don't think so. I don't think it's like that,
I know, but that'd be funny.
but it would be funny. Do you notice how like all the shows, like we were watching Paradise, like no one is like doing a president in a movie or a show that's like him.
No,
No, it's like
no.
I mean, I'm watching this to escape. Like,
Yeah, we don't need to see a golf obsessed who's paying using the tax dollars money, play
yeah.
golf, orange face makeup, bad toupee,
Yeah.
wife
No, thank
wife
you.
that's being paid to be present.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
But so last thing before we go into what we choose, or actually, do we have another thing?
I
No.
don't know. Okay.
So Article 2, Section 4 reads, the President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for the conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors, including war crimes. So technically, Congress does have the ability to do this. Um, I don't know. I don't know why things are being I just don't get it. Like I just don't get like why it seems like nothing is happening. And I want to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong that Congress has had this, there's a plan in motion behind the scenes that we just don't know. I just don't think that's actually happening.
There's like a piece of me. Not that I want
Pieces, pieces, pieces of me. Sorry.
to. I did that earlier with my kids, and they're like, "Don't sing." I was like,
You're
"How
like,
dare you?" It wasn't
you're
that
like,
song.
some kids would be dying to have their mother sing to them. You ungrateful twats.
Um, I totally forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry. Sorry. When the
Oh,
song when the song option arises, I need to take it. Arises. Arisa. Whoa. Um
you need to put down your glass, ma'am.
I know, and I literally only had half. It's been a day.
Okay,
Um
bring us into what we choose.
yes, so this has to do with the TikTok star, so clearly I have no idea who this person is. Um so a TikTok star who is apparently going to be on the new Baywatch movie. His sister was accused of sexual misconduct with another teacher because she's a teacher,
Oh.
with the same student. So two teachers, including the older sister, a Baywatch star, aka also a TikTok star, okay, Noah Beck, are accused of sexual misconduct with the same teenage student at an Arizona high school. 27-year-old sister. There's pictures if you click that link.
Mm,
Groomed and then had sex with the student, even paying him in what she allegedly admitted in messages to felt like straight up prostitution.
mm.
Another teacher at the same school, but 47, also resigned. Damn, that's a big ass age gap. Also resigned from her job of 25 years after she allegedly sent the same boy a video of her saying his name while naked, according to a nearly 200-page police report.
Whoa.
Uh,
This
thousands,
really?
Beck, who has thousands of followers. We don't need to talk about him. It's all about the sister. Stop including him. He is like, because your sibling fucked up, you have to be lumped into this. That kind of
Yeah.
sucks.
Hmm.
Um, it was not immediately clear how old the boy was when the alleged incidences occurred, but it appeared that obviously he was in school. He was in high school. It started later, it came to find it started when he was a sophomore. So 15.
Jeez Louise.
Gross. This was not a relationship. Jessica Nicely, a child abuse prevention specialist, admitted he was a child, and this was child abuse and child rape. Um, Beck, who was hired in 2020, was having sex with the same student, surfaced shortly afterwards, so they realized that they were having sex with the same student. Um,
That is weird. That is very weird.
This is disgusting. She allegedly did his homework, inflated his grades, and gave him special treatment in class. Beck let the student use her car, bought him gifts, including booze and drugs, and paid him more than $600 teacher salary. My God, that's it. She often called herself his sugar mama, admitting in one of the thousands of text messages exchanged with the student that the relationship felt like straight up prostitution.
That's very odd.
Even though our situation is still not right, at least we are closer in age. I don't like being compared to Mrs. B, the older one. Not, she didn't say the older one, I did.
You are an
Um,
adult. Like, it
you are
doesn't
fucking
matter. He is a child.
your frontal lobe is developed, girlfriend.
Yeah, his is not. Whoa.
So
There are so many fishies in the sea. Like,
also,
despite what people say, like, there really are. You just gotta go out there. Like, get out there and stop looking in your school.
dude, look at the parents. Hook up with the fathers. Don't
Yeah,
hook
that's
up with the students, you little fucking perv sicko.
very odd.
So
Um,
just to let you know, at this time, no arrests have been made. But
interesting.
detectives believe that there is enough evidence to bring charges. The
Oh,
investigation is ongoing and there could be more victims.
oh, good.
Rough.
Um, it's it's weird. It's interesting. We live in a society where I'm sure I know I've heard like this happening of like someone that I knew, um, who was a teacher who did this as well to their student. And then like just over the years, I've heard of like other teachers doing this to their students as well, men and women. Um,
What?
and so and like we hear it in the news like quite often. So it's definitely a thing. And if you go on, I'm sure any porn site has that listed as like one of the, genres. So it's a interesting society thing that I'm like, why? Why are you guys fantasizing about this? But they're children, so let's not. Let's like
I
not
don't
one to
care.
the kink shame, but when it comes to children, no thanks.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
We always hear them say underage girls.
Mm-hmm.
That is a child. Same
Child.
thing with this boy.
Yeah.
He is an underage boy. He is a child. I don't
Mhm.
care if he can drive. He is a child.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is imagine if this happened again. It's one of those things like imagine if this happened to your child. Would you be
Oh my
fine with
God.
it?
No, absolutely not.
Probably not.
That'd be the hoe.
So, faux show.
Be the hoe for show. Okay. So I found this story. Do you listen to any murder mystery or like serial killer podcasts?
So I used to be a murderino.
Yeah.
I saw My Favorite Murder live. I listened to every episode. And then all of a sudden, I had children and I couldn't listen to it ever again. So at this point, no, I don't listen to any true crime. Like I said, it's even SVU. I have to see what the episode's about before I even watch it to make sure it
Mhm.
doesn't take place with a child involved.
Yeah.
But no, currently at this time, no, I don't listen to any true crime podcasts unless I know like kids are nowhere to be found.
I used to listen more too, prior to having kids, and I would have to be like in the mood. I think just like any other like scary or creepy thing, like you kind of have to like be ready, like in a good spot for some reason. Usually we would like Charlie and I would go like on a road trip and we would listen, which kind of like added to like a creepiness too, because like one time we
Like,
were
yeah.
camping, we were listening to it and we were like, ooh.
Oh, well, actually, that was a tradition. And it still kind of is because, like, well, the thing is, I've watched these movies so many times, it doesn't affect me. But it's
Mhm.
like anytime I would go camping, I'd always watch Friday the 13th, Cabin in the Woods,
Mhm.
all the movies that have to portray, like, basically, if you're camping, you're dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was a piece of it too that like why I appreciated listening to these stories, especially like oh shit, I totally just forgot what it was. It's the one where like they solve them or they already know like who did it, and it's a guy and he's like actually pretty he's definitely like Republican. He's like been known to kind of say things like more recently about like libtards and like being like super woke.
I
Um
who you're talking about.
I'll come
I,
back.
the
I'll tell
only
you.
one immediately coming to my brain is Last Killer on the Left or Last Cap Left, Last
I'll look
House on
it
the
up.
Left.
Let me see, like solved murder. Okay, true crime.
I know. It's like my favorite is that meme where it's like when you're watching Unsolved Mysteries and then at the end and this this mystery is still unsolved. It's like it's in the title. Like, we're not going to know the answer.
We do know, yeah. Thanks, guys.
But no, it's the fact that like we're still expecting like I wonder if they found out any additional information. Nope. Still unsolved, guys.
True crime. Dang it. It's not Crime Junkie either. I'll find it. And Charlie knows what I'm talking about too. Anyways, so what I would like about it is that I am someone in the past who was like very um like I would let someone prove me wrong that I shouldn't trust them before like giving them like any kind of hazing, you know what I mean? Like a just very open kind of person,
So you would
trusting.
trust the guy at the edge on the side of the road that just needs help fixing his tire?
Not that dumb, but like great example. So we just did a like active threat situational awareness training at work. And part of the deck had a picture of oh shit, who's the like the one that was like kind of handsome?
Oh, Ted Bundy?
Ted,
No.
not Ted Bundy. Handsome serial killers. He's
You're
like,
gonna be targeted for the weirdest shit.
um, damn it.
I know
His,
who you're talking about. I just cannot.
there's a picture of him with like a puppy.
I don't want to Google it, but it starts with a T, I thought.
Not Ted Bundy. God dang it. All the words are like, they've left me. Is this him? Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer was like kind of handsome.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Ted Bundy was the hotter one. This is
Yeah.
a weird conversation.
I think it was Jeffrey Dahmer.
No,
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Dahmer was the one that Evan Peters played, and he was the one that was like
Oh,
kidnapping gay men and then like mutilating them and cutting off their penises.
no, it's not him. Dang it. I don't
It's
know
Ted
who that is.
Bundy. Ted Bundy was like the hot killer.
Serial
That's the
killer.
one that was played by Zac Efron.
Yes, with Puppy. Hold on.
Told you, Ted Bundy.
No, I
Puppy.
wonder where he got this picture from. Okay, anyways, um, the boss who was presenting like had a picture of like a serial killer like in a park reading a book with like a puppy in his arm. And I was like,
You would walk
yeah,
up to
like
him.
I wouldn't have gone up to him, but like if he was like, "Oh, my puppy ran away," like I'd be a goner. Like, "Oh, here's your puppy. Oh, nice to meet you." Dead. Like, so I just feel like listening to those kind of things, they always kind of put it into perspective that you cannot trust anyone and that you really can't trust like a book by its cover either. Like they could look totally normal, be a woman, they could be, it doesn't matter. There are like crazy ass people out there. And
I
so,
literally have a mug that says fuck politeness, and it is from My Favorite Murder because it's always the people that are like, I just wanted to be polite. I didn't want to offend them. And then
yeah.
that's who gets raped and murdered.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think like listening to them just kind of it gives you a sense of reality that this stuff is happening and we know it's
Still,
happening, hear about it, but it brings it to light of like what somebody, the situation that they were in, or maybe that they were like caught off guard and just like in the wrong place, wrong time. But um anyways, this all brings me to I saw this article and I was like, whoa, I feel like in today's age when we're saturated with a lot of political news right now, the geopolitical climate is hot, that we rarely are seeing like serial killers right now outside of like shootings, mass shootings. So
so are
I
you
saw,
trying to say let's lighten the mood from
no,
political to
let's
a serial
they're
killer?
both shitty. Both shitty. Okay, awful examples of what it is to be a human on this planet. But I was like, this is crazy. So, this gentleman, and if you want to click on the link that I shared and take a look a gander at his haircut and
Is he the one
um,
in the black with the polka dot tie?
he is, and then after I t like was talking to you, I was like, his attorney looks absolutely like a lunatic here too. So
Yeah, no, I was actually confused. I was like, which one's the killer? And also, is that guy wearing a wig or is that his hair?
that is, I believe, his hair because I was looking at other photos of him and I was like, this definitely looks like his hair. So, Riverhead, New York, the accused Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Hierman admitted on Wednesday and trigger warning, this is a little gruesome, obviously. Um, he admitted to strangling 8 women and discarded their remains on Long Island, New York, marking the accumulation of a case that has haunted local communities for over 3 decades. So he spoke calmly about killing the women, confirming he dismembered some of the victims and bound others by their heads and legs. He's 62 now. He was an architect based in, I'm going to butcher this, I'm sorry, Massapequa,
Massapequa. It's the most beautiful place. Have
Massapequa.
you not watched Friends? That literally Alex Baldwin goes, Massapequa. It sounds like a magical place.
Well, he hails from there, so I'm not quite sure how magical it is. He's been in custody since July 2023, and he previously pleaded not guilty to the murders of 7 women, including 4 whose bodies were found in Gilgo Beach. As part of his guilty plea, he also admitted to killing an 8th woman whose murder he has not previously been charged with. He is very creepy, and I am thankful though that like the victims' families are getting some kind of justice.
Yeah.
I'm sure that is a horrible process to sit and witness and watch someone first say that they aren't a part of it and then to admit it and to hear the details, I could not
You
imagine.
probably,
So
and also you have to think about the fact they probably show pictures.
I'm sure like it's
Oh, for
got
sure.
to be absolutely awful.
Click the
Uh,
second link I dropped, or click the link I dropped in the chat because it says that so it kind of talks about he was married and had kids. So
oh,
it basically says like where his wife and his kids are now. So it shows his wife, Asa Ellerup. Um, but it goes into kind of like where she's at now with her kids. But it's just like you have kids. Now, what are you
oh,
going to have to tell your kids later up? Because they're going to have questions. And I know like I'm in a position too myself in certain position where I'm going to later on have questions to answer for as well, like, certain things. But it's just the same thing. It's like, how do you explain this particular situation to your children that your father is in prison? And mind you, he has four sentences of 25 to life
mm,
without parole, three consecutive life sentences. So how are you going to explain that?
very creepy.
Oh, adult children. So they're adults now at this point. Okay. So they've been married for 27 years. How's adult children? Okay. Well, they're adults. They're not little kiddos. So that's, I guess, a
Yeah,
plus-ish.
he lived a total double life. One
Yeah.
as an architect and the other as a serial killer,
God.
brutally murdering and, being violent to
You know,
women
you know
while
what
being
I've
married.
You know what I've always seen? I see those reels that's like, you never hear about women having a double life. You never hear about women having these, like, even just like outside of the serial killer part of it, you never hear about women being like, yeah, my other family,
Hmm.
my other family that I like, abandoned this other family for, and I go out of town and I visit my other family. You never hear about that. Women don't do that.
No, no, we're doing too much already. What do you mean? The one
Fuck,
life is enough.
fuck,
When
fucking men,
do I have time to live a double life?
right? Barely have time
Uh,
to paint my nails every week.
yeah, 1000%. I had to take the
Any.
day off to go get my oil change that I hadn't gotten in like over a year. The guy was like, "This is how much oil you have left, you crazy lady." It's like this much.
Oh, I'm such a psycho about that because my dad told me this story where like my mom apparently blew up an engine
Yeah.
because she never changed her oil and then it like actually started smoking. It was like that cliche movie scene where like the engine started smoking because it was dry as a bone.
Hmm.
Had nothing in it. Nothing could go further. Um, but anyway, so I have not visited this corner in a sec,
She's back.
but conspiracy corner. Do you believe we went to the moon?
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there are videos trying to prove that that never happened, that it was all green screen, that it never happened. The link that I did include, I was like, okay, okay. The other ones I can excuse it. I can like be like, this is such malarkey. This is such reaching. Oh my God, guys, calm down. Have you never heard of Velcro? That's why the glass case didn't float in the air. No, this video, this guy drops something and it goes down. It doesn't float. And everyone goes to try to grab it, like, oh no, oh crap. Yeah. So I don't know.
Huh.
Do you think
Interesting.
we went to the moon the first time?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you ever see the string?
No. I think I heard about this.
Everyone thought it was from in a soundstage and all this stuff because it was like at that point, that was the only time between now and then. That was the only time that anyone went to the moon.
Hmm.
And even then, these guys didn't get out and land. They didn't land on the moon. They didn't like get out and jump around. So
Interesting.
drop
Love it.
a drop a
Love
comment.
it for you. I love this for you.
Drop a comment. Do you think we went to the moon?
Uh,
And also into Good News or Sippin' before a very brief what we watched. Good News or Sippin', I just saw this and I know you saw this too, but oh my God, it was such a beautiful story. It's another one of those, God, I just love this gives me some hope in humanity. Um, so a Domino's delivery driver, older man, he was such a little sweetheart. He was caught on a ring camera, and this is what the video was released for part of the GoFundMe. But the delivery driver admitted, "Oh no, the store was actually out of the Diet Coke you wanted, so I went to the store and picked some up for you on the way."
It was so sweet.
And
That's
he's
so
like, the guy's like, "You didn't have to do that." He's like, "Oh no, you're like on the way. There was like a store right here, no big deal." And he's like, "You're so sweet. Oh, that was no so unnecessary. It's totally fine. Next time, don't worry about it at all." Well, the guy, he started a GoFundMe and raised $80,000 so the guy could retire.
amazing.
And it just kind of calls back to the other couple. So there was that old man who was like a DoorDash driver. Like I'm talking like this guy sprightly in comparison, and this guy was 68. The other one I think was like 80, and he was still being a DoorDash driver. And they
God.
raised so much money for him so he can finally like stop delivering. Um,
Did
but
they
it's
get
just
taxed on that?
good question. I don't know. That's actually a good question. I've never done a GoFundMe before.
You know, it's like scary. Like I know most people know this, but like you probably don't think about it as much. Or maybe you do, I don't know. But like when you have a 401k and you pull it out, you're gonna get taxed up the ass. Like it's awful.
Oh, I'm sure. And I probably have to do that, or I had to actually. I think it came out. But yeah, I had to because of the situation I was in where I didn't have any help. So I kind of had to do what I had to do to be able to
Hmm.
move and all that
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that's a good question. I've never actually thought about like, does GoFundMe's require you to like pay taxes later for the person who creates it,
Yeah. Who
right?
gifted go fund me get.
Because you know the government's not going to be like, sure, raise money and don't have to do dilly squat. They want everything from you.
It's considered a personal gift, not taxable income if donors give out of detached and disinterested generosity without receiving goods or services in return. Okay, good.
Well, that's good.
Really good. That reminds
Yeah,
me.
because we're dependent where they are. If it's in California, basically say bye-bye to 50% of that. Anywho, what did you watch this week?
Um, I watched so much so far.
Yeah, your list is just crazy town. I gotta sit back and relax while you just chit chat about all the things you watched.
So I caught up on Imperfect Women.
Yay. Did you watch
Yeah,
last night's episode?
I did. That's the one with
Ballet.
yeah,
Yeah.
just looked it up to confirm too.
Just confirm before I say anything. Because the
Thank
ending of that one, whoop, it tells us a lot more than we already knew. Because let me tell you, did not see that little twist and a turn
Yeah,
coming.
I didn't either with the husband, right?
Yeah.
The
Okay, spoiler
other
alert.
friend's husband.
Oh my God. And okay, so we back up. So the last two episodes were very focused on her. So it focused on her, and it was like each episode was her name that the people know her now.
No, maybe I didn't see. Is it number five? I watched Nancy. I didn't watch Luis. Oh, dang it.
Oh,
I didn't realize that there was one last night. That's weird because it didn't pop up on my thing. I
damn
was like,
it. Oh my God.
man, I'm
Oh my
sorry. I watched
God.
Nancy. It's all in her, like,
I am
but they
so
allude.
glad I didn't say what I was gonna say because it would have
It's okay
totally.
because at the end of Nancy, they allude to like, oh God, what's her name? They allude to the other friend's husband. Like there seems like there's something there.
Which friend?
The one who's in
Handmaid's Tale?
mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Well, at the end of this newest one, there's more
Okay.
that comes out. I can just tell you, it's not gonna really like spoil
Okay.
it.
Yeah, that's
It's
fine.
okay. So, husband, yes.
Okay.
So they had a very short and brief, illustrious affair. And I won't give you the details.
Yeah.
I will not give you the details as to if it ended, how it ended, all the pictures that you saw, like in the first couple episodes. I think it was like the second episode, you saw the picture of her laying on the lap of the guy. That comes
Yeah.
out as to like how that came into play.
Oh,
So the
interesting.
end of the latest episode, the one that's not Nancy but Louise,
Hmm.
the wife is hiding in her minivan
Hmm.
and follows her, and that's how the episode ends.
Oh my God.
So we are to think. because we already know that there's that whole blow up that happened that he had to write a letter. The husband had to write a letter being like, I'm so sorry for scaring you. Like
Hmm.
the how he found out.
Yeah.
Well, there are pictures that the husband took, not her husband, but the Handmaid's Tale husband.
Yeah. I think his name's Howard.
And obviously the wife found a something. And
Interesting.
that's where it left off. Literally, that's pretty much it. So you get to see kind of like everything unfold and you get to see like that, but nothing has been actually ousted yet. Like not like you don't see if she just confronts her and that's it and calls it a day. You don't see any reaction yet. You literally
You're
just
right.
see her follow her and that's it.
I was thinking, it was interesting because I was thinking like that actor is like a bigger actor. And I
The
was like,
guy,
yeah, I was like, there's no way he's just nothing. Like, or just like a background husband.
he's not
So
just the hubby of Elizabeth Moss. That's it. No big deal. Yeah. No,
uh,
he's in this the newest episode, like 50%. No, even more probably. He's a huge player in this episode.
great. Can't wait. Oh my
Dude.
God.
Okay, so I feel like the first two episodes, even the third, really good. Then it got
Mhm.
a little, and then I think the introduction of her backstory, her persona, like her side of things,
That helps it.
whoop, brought me
Mhm.
back in because I am so involved. I'm like, I was even hoping, I was like, I know this is the end and we don't have another episode till next week. And I even looked twice. I was like, did I miss it? Do we have another one? No? Damn it. Because like I really want to know what happens.
Uh, I think I agree with you. I think Kerry Washington's character, like her pining over, just like having this weird pining over that husband and like her decisions was kind of like, oh, like
All for
but
nothing.
yeah, for nothing. Like you did all of that for what? So, anyways, I totally agree, but I can't wait to watch that one.
Oh my God. Tell me how you think like afterwards, but I'm sure you'll tell me next week on our next. But if you watch it sooner rather than later, tell me. Because like you'll see like the whole inner workings.
I will.
Um, but yeah, that
And
was really good. Highly
And
recommend
then,
still.
as I've washed the dishes before bed,
I
the
like how
past,
this is your dishwashing show.
yeah, the past 2 nights, I started Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen. I'm
I'm
only on episode
surprised
one.
Charlie doesn't want to watch with you.
Maybe he does, but like I just threw it on while I'm washing the dishes
You're
just
like,
because
too
it was
bad.
like, yeah, sorry. And yeah, creepy so far. I
And the
was
fact that you're distracted while watching it and you still feel creepy.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%. And I'm like, what is wrong? Okay, so the episode that I'm on is like, right, she like goes out into the woods, finds her dress on that weird
Oh
stick that
yeah,
I'm
I didn't know
supposed
if
to
it
believe a child made.
okay, also I didn't know if that was gonna be human or not, so I actually had to look down for a hot minute. And then I fast forwarded, like did that did because I wasn't sure. And then they're
Yeah.
like, you put this on the wooden, and I was like, oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah. And then she finds the dad like digging a grave. Like listen, I don't care if I am in love with your son. I am not even going with him anywhere. Like we're done. You know your family. Oh, you don't know your dad's digging a grave and that there's a weird like there's absolutely nothing in the world that would like convince me to trust my fiance anymore. I'd be like, "No, and you brought me here?
And
No."
then you left.
You late. Yeah, you left? Absolutely not. Goodbye.
Okay,
Way too trusting.
question. What did you think of the trunk scene?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What?
Okay, so I kid you not, if you go on Netflix and look at their comments anytime they post about the show,
Mhm.
every single every single commenter is like, okay, cool, love the show, but what the fuck was with the trunk scene?
Did
Like
they never explain it?
so okay, so they don't. Just to let you know, that is one of those things that just never gets explained ever.
Oh
But
no.
the actress was on Chicks in the Office.
Mhm.
And they both were like, okay, we have to ask right here at the start before we forget what the fuck was with the trunk scene. And
Yeah.
she's like, okay, so real talk. it was originally supposed to be where I go in there for comfort because like I have anxiety, da 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 da. Then in the eight, she said like ADR, like where you do the audio overwords, like you record it in the studio. She's like, then later, it wasn't in the script, but then later when we were doing the ADR, they asked me to just moan on camera. So I was supposed to be like apparently masturbating in there. And she's like, "Yeah, that wasn't part of the scripts during like, and I was like, that is such a weird ad afterwards. So it still doesn't explain anything. Like you think your fiance would just be like chilling. I think it would have been better just to be like, this is how she finds comfort because she was abandoned. She was like, she felt abandoned as a child, so she found comfort. And then like maybe even a flashback to her being like in a closet, like comforting herself like in the
Yeah,
corner. Like
that's
that would make more
what-
sense than her just masturbating in a trunk, right?
that's weird. Yeah, I don't understand that. The other thing too was like the baby scene and her like reaction the like two different bathroom reactions, like all of that combined, a sane person would be like, no, absolutely not. Like, see you later. The trip is ruined. We're not getting married here. This is no. No.
And also just like every single part of me would be like, and she even has that. She even voices that. Like every single part of me is like something bad is happening or something is weird here. Something is off here. That in itself, like listen to your gut, ladies.
Yeah.
This should
What
be
is
a this is should be this story here. This story here. Something very bad is going to happen should be a tell for all women. If something is amiss, get the
one
fuck out of
thing?
there. Get the
Be
fuck
a
out of there.
be a fucking princess. One thing is wrong. Leave.
Adios, motherfucker.
Why are
Like
we waiting for three
I
or
don't
two? One weird thing. See you later. I don't want anything to do. Goodbye.
I don't need to see a disemboweled fucking fox in the bathroom. I don't need to
Plenty of fish in the sea.
plenty. And you know what? Guess what? Being single is actually better than
Yeah.
marrying into this psycho fucking family.
But like also if you were like going pee in a creepy bar bathroom and you saw that face hovering over you,
Oh my God.
are you gonna wait around a gumball machine?
Bruh. No,
I'd
I
be
drive
like
off.
screaming and I'd be like, call 911 and tell them that there's like someone in the bathroom.
Peeping Tom.
The silence is nuts to me.
So I actually kind of want you to definitely, if you can, not just keep it as your dishwashing show, but actually like sit down and live. Because I think you need, and don't make it your nap time show either, if possible.
Oh, I don't think I could. Yeah. Oh, I
Because
love
you need,
darkness.
you need to hear the like, because I kid you not, throughout, there's background sounds that make it even more intense. Whoa.
Oh,
Woo.
I have like the what's it called? The subtitles on too.
Oh.
So like it'll explain, describe it, which is really funny.
I only
Um,
had there was one scene I couldn't understand what the fuck she said. And I had to rewind it twice and I was like, I still have no idea. I'm not a closed caption person. And I actually had to turn them on and be like, oh, okay. And then I turned them off because like it distracts me. I like want to watch, but if I'm just reading it, I'm like, I'm out of the
I am
moment.
obsessed with subtitles.
No, you and
Like imagine falling in love with someone only to figure out that they watch movies with subtitles.
well, haven't you seen that meme? So my friend Rachel's the exact same way. Like I had to literally watch The Valley with subtitles on. I was like, girl, turn the subtitles off. Shit. And but I've seen this meme where it's like, I can't hear without my subtitles.
I can't either. I understand that. Okay, and that's pretty much it of what I watched. What did you watch?
Well, I finished Company Retreat.
Hmm.
That's the show I talked about
Yep.
last week. And ugh,
Hilarious.
ugh. No, one, it is hilarious. Two, it's heartbreaking though, because you have to
Oh.
think about the fact that every single person on the show is an actor except this one guy who's real. And he was like, how do you feel in that moment? Granted, okay, are you gonna watch this?
Um, it does look really funny,
It
but
does.
not anytime soon. I'll
Okay.
probably.
Well, just so you know, it's not a complete just like a social experiment situation. I mean, kind of is, but he does get money out of it. So at the end, they're like, you get one, like at the end, they're like, you get one final paycheck. and it's a shit ton of money. And he cries
Oh.
and he just knows it's life fucking changing money. Um, and it's just cute because he literally is like bonded with these people in such a short amount of time that all of the actors start crying because they're like, no, we're your friends. Like, the friendship wasn't a lie. Like, we're your friends.
Oh.
Everyone's like crying at the end because they're like, it's sad that it's over. Like, we can't work together because it's not real. The company is not real. We can't just keep working together.
That's cute.
And it's like really beautiful because at the end he even goes, he's like, yeah, when I do like figure out like what my passion is, I want to make sure like I do feel this like that feeling in the beginning where it's like, I know this is where I belong.
Hmm.
I was like, oh,
Oh, that's really sweet. Cute.
yeah. Oh my God, it's so good. Highly recommend. The Pit, how caught up are you at all?
I think I'm, no, I think I'm only like one episode behind, I
Uh,
believe.
the new one comes out tomorrow. There's only two left.
Dang, that was fast.
So we just talked about how like, oh my God, there's so many episodes left. Yeah. Tomorrow's is second to last, and the week after that, before we record the next time, is going to be the last one. So you have to watch. You have to catch up because we're gonna have to listen about the finale because something big's gonna happen. Because I'm just gonna tell you right now, something that is said at the end of the latest episode from Thursday's episode of this last week. It literally every part of me is like, oh, there's the tell. Because like we've had the suspicion something's gonna happen. We still don't know what the something is,
Hmm.
but what Dr. Robbie says at the end,
Hmm.
that's all I'm gonna say. Pay
Okay.
attention to the last thing he says before it goes to black screen.
Okay. I'm
It's
writing
kind of
down.
it's like people cry. There's some like a lot of emotions happening in the end of the season or end of this episode. So I imagine that then this season is gonna be a big one.
Oh,
Something's gonna happen.
can't wait. Oh, by the way, I last week I said that Shrinking was over, that was a finale. I
Yeah.
would There's another episode, so that'll be on my list for next week.
Okay. Well, at least you know that it's renewed.
Yes, and that they didn't end it there either.
So
So
just tell me because I'm not gonna want it. Shrinking is gonna be the one that I watch like later in life, and I'll forget what you told me. I probably won't because I'd
yeah.
forget nothing. But tell me because you
Um,
said I don't know if Harrison Ford's gonna come back. Did he die?
no, he
Oh,
didn't. No, but so there was a quote, I think I had read it before on the pod, that he's going to like retire
oh,
acting with this show. And he was like, I couldn't think of a better show to retire with. So I'm waiting for him, like, so I know I assume that they're going to, I don't think that they'll like kill him off. He's supposed to like move to another state
oh,
and retire, but he does have Parkinson's in the show, and so like you don't know, like his health is obviously declining, and he has mentees that he has worked with and that are like basically family. Those are the other characters in the show, and there's like a rift right now between them. And so I was thinking like, are they gonna mend that rift before the end of the next season? Like, does that mean that,
oh.
or are they like, what's gonna happen? That's kind of what I was saying about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I appreciate when there's shows where they don't need it's not like a Walking Dead where obviously someone's gonna die. I feel like if it's
Yeah.
a show that they can just have the person like move away, like it's fine.
It, yeah. I mean, they might kill him off but who knows? But yeah,
Does
they
it
don't
is that
kill him
show
off.
that dark?
I mean, yeah, it can be because the wife slash the wife of the main character Jimmy, who's played by what's his name? Jason Segel?
Siegel?
No, that's not. Yeah. Is
Yeah,
that his name?
yeah.
Um, she's she's never alive in the show except for like flashbacks. She died
Mhm.
from a car crash.
Oh, it's
So
like a
like it
Disney
does,
show. Disney always
yeah.
likes to kill off somebody.
Yeah, so it does have like some dark elements to it.
Oh,
And then another character dies by trigger warning. you fill in the gaps. But yeah,
Got it.
yeah. So that
Okay.
kind of, you don't, but mhm.
I don't know why I thought this was a comedy
It is
the
a
whole
comedy.
time.
It's like a feel-good comedy, real life. You also feel like you're getting life lessons as well with the characters because it's almost like everyone who's like a good character is like a little bit of a therapist themselves, even though they're not. You know, like where you're just like you get good advice. So it's kind of got like oh shit, what's it called? What's the one with the guy with the mustache show on Apple as well, who plays soccer, doesn't play soccer, but he
Oh,
coaches.
Ted Lasso.
Yes, it's kind of like Ted Lasso,
Never
like,
saw it.
oh my God, I know we
I
talked,
know.
but like the same thing
Not a
where it's got a
single
little bit of
episode.
everything where you have like humor and love and laughter and like joy and fear and like just all of the wonderful emotions of like being human. And that's why that's why so many people love these shows.
Yeah.
It's very similar to Shrinking, I think, in that sense, where you just get a wide range of human emotions that makes it feel good. I think the amount of comedy in Shrinking and banter, you're like, there's no way that
Which
this
one is
exists.
better in your opinion, Shrinking or Ted Lasso?
Ted Lasso.
Oh,
But
okay, fine.
Shrinking is also like
Maybe I'll give it a watch. Is Ted
oh
Lasso
my God,
over?
you have to. Ted, I think it might come back is what I've heard.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that landed. Anyways, I'm sorry. I might
No.
have.
No, that's totally fine. The only last thing I watched was a lot of Bravo. So there's actually newer shows. So other than Summer House, which a little slight sort of update, um, all the drama is still a happening. Sierra, she is thriving. She was actually just on the Euphoria red carpet. She was interviewing Cass, and it was so funny. She was interviewing Cassie, or the person who plays Cassie, aka Sydney Sweeney. And
Mhm.
in the show, Sydney Sweeney's character sleeps with her best
Oh,
friend's
okay.
boyfriend. So Sierra goes, so I mean, she kind of like this is just me. I don't have like verbatim word for word. So your character sleeps with your best friend's boy or your ex-boyfriend, but your best friend sleeps with them. So what do you think like the end game has to be here? They have to get married, right? It just has to be worth it. And she looks dead in the camera going to be like, it just has to be worth it, right? I literally everyone was like, "Oh my God." I mean, dude, I don't even like fucking people are in the comments going like, "Girl, get over it. You weren't able to gather." It's like, okay, fact, they weren't together, but also it's the friendship betrayal of it all. We already discussed this. But
Mhm.
it's just so funny because she's like working it. She's every red carpet. She's apparently going to do a Sephora thing because Sephora posted saying Sephora loves C and it looked like Sierra, but it scribbled out Era. Um, so she's going to get all the opportunities right now. And then apparently, as according to TMZ, a reliable source here, which we never actually give credit to because, TMZ, apparently Amanda and West, they're closer than ever. They're
Mm,
not backing down from their love.
I don't think they should.
They
Like she
shouldn't.
committed.
You better ride this fucking fucked up wave as long as you can, girly. And guy, ugh. Anyway,
Mm.
but also in the Bravo corner, I did catch up on Ladies of London. I had started a couple episodes and then for some reason I completely forgot it existed.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so I had watched it the first round and then it came back years later. New cast. This new cast is so fucking funny. It is so good. If you want like more of the lighthearted, like banter. They're all British. Well, a couple of them are different Europeans and different
There's
like
an American on there too.
there is one single American who is also just causes a lot of drama, but I love her. She's so funny. She would be annoying to hang out with, I think, because she constantly talks about her like, oh yeah, you love these? They cost like so much money. Oh, you love this? Yeah, it's actually vintage Galliano. And oh, you love this? Oh, well, it's actually priceless heirloom. It costs this much money. No one asked.
Oh my God.
They just compliment it because it looks cute. But no, it's a really funny show. And then there's this she speaking of the American Lady, the latest episode, there's this gay guy who's like, that's the difference of this one is the Ladies of London has a gay guy character
Mhm.
in it. And he's like on the phone on FaceTime going like, darling, I love you so much. Oh my God, I miss you. Like so loud and obnoxious. And then in the confessional, she goes, everybody, look at me. I have a friend. Like it's so funny. She is hilarious and she is completely sober. So everything she does is completely sober.
Love that.
Um, then Real Housewives of Rhode Island. So I haven't watched Real Housewives any franchise in a hot minute because I just been bored by it and just like uninterested in its entirety. But Ashley Canetti, she was on The Bachelorette, one Bachelor, a long time ago. And she was also on like Bachelor in Paradise, and this is actually when I watched. So I stopped watching it ages ago. But she's on this. And I gave the first episode a watch, and it was so good. I had to watch the second one. I think there's only two episodes out. These women are psychotic. They're so good. The people they got on this show are insane, and they're in the best way. All of the people involved, so entertaining,
Mhm.
lunatics, but in the best way. Again, it's like, it's not even an insult. They're just so perfect for reality TV. There's
Love it.
actually a fucking couple who didn't realize until after they took the 23andMe test that they're related. They're
Oh,
married.
no.
They're married. They have
Oh,
kids.
terrible. What? Do they stay married or do they,
Yeah.
how related are we talking about?
Fifth cousins.
Ugh. I feel like it would have been better to get on like your other hand, but like at least it's like further from first or
I know.
second.
It's like 10th cousins. You're like, okay, so like what? We have the same eyelashes. It's like,
Yeah, that's
like,
fair.
but
That's
fifth
fair.
cousins,
I don't even know if my like when I did 23andMe if it like even showed me a fifth cousin.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How did we figure that
I've
out?
never
That's
done it because I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. So I can be cloned. No, no, that's not the reason. I also just didn't want to. But yeah, highly recommend. If you haven't been in the Real Housewives game, I would honestly recommend watching it because these ladies are crazy town in such an entertaining way.
well, and there's only two episodes, so
Yeah,
not
you're only two episodes behind.
yeah, okay. I might get
Oh,
into that way.
also, I something I learned, never knew. I didn't know
Mhm.
the Rhode Island people had the thickest fucking accents ever.
Yeah. Oh
I had
yeah.
no idea they sounded, sorry. Okay, I'm not gonna even say what I'm about to say because I'm gonna insult a lot of Rhode Islanders.
Don't do it. Nope. Don't do it. They sound like
Yep.
wonderful queens.
No, they sound like a different area of that area. And I had no idea. I, for some reason, thought they were like Connecticut.
No.
Not a clue. Had no idea until I was like, why do they all have accents? Like, anyway, so last but not least, what do you read? Because I didn't do any reading. I've been busy, busy, busy.
I started technically the fifth book in ACOTAR, but they call it the fourth because it makes more sense now. The last book that I read, the one that was like short and sweet, kind of like holiday-ish, they call it a
Yeah.
telenovela or whatever. So it's just like a little, so that makes sense.
Wait, they call it a telenovela?
Not a telenovela, but they call it a novella. Um,
Oh, I was
so like
like,
just it's a little story. It's
it's
just like
like
a
you
piece
didn't
of the
mention it was in
puzzle.
Spanish.
So anyway, so this is technically the fifth, but they call it the fourth, and it's a Court of Silver Flames, and it is all around Cassian and Nesta. So Cassian is one of Reese's like second or first, I don't know, like persons that like serves in his court. So he's like a warrior, and he and like Nesta, who is Feyre's sister, who's like very how do I explain her? She's like very stubborn. They call her like this queen mentality of like she's not going to do anything that she doesn't want to do. And she has like very high standards, but she's also kind of like an asshole and like cold. But like that coldness is like her actually like caring a lot. And she was turned into a fairy. And so it's like their like romance story. And right now they're like they like low-key kind of hate each other, but they're like looking at each other, and the book's like describing how they're looking at each other, and like they are looking at each other.
And these are two totally different people? Or are they the
No,
same people from the first books?
they are in all of the other books, but they don't normally focus on them. There's like a couple
Okay.
little mini side stories that you know something is brewing, but this book is like really about them with like the original characters kind of like coming in. Hmm.
Got it. Okay. So it's like, okay, I get it. So it's a side story, if you will. So it's like Bridgerton.
Yes. Yeah. It's like their turn, their romance turn.
Got
And
it.
I was driving to my appointment and like the start of like the author is describing like how she's looking at him and where she's looking at him, and I was like, "Oh, ma'am, like I might need to
Wait,
put my
where was
headphones."
she, where was she looking at him?
Oh, she was looking. She was
I-
looking.
In the Bulgy Center?
All of it. The whole thing. And slowly
What
too.
is he wearing?
Well, they're like in a fighting ring because he's trying to train her because she's like basically what happens to her is she loses a lot of people and she no longer wants to like it's like push people away so that she doesn't lose them kind of mentality. And so she goes the opposite direction and like moves to like the slums and starts like drinking a lot and like having sex with like any fairy like every single night to like drown out like what's going on in her head. So they like pull her out of it and are like, you have to train and you need to snap out of this and you need to like get a job basically. So they like get her a job at a library and then she's supposed to train with Cassian and so like this is like the first like she basically says like fuck off and she doesn't train. And so this is like the first time where I am is like she's actually puts in the effort, but like it starts with like her like looking at him and being like, oh. So yeah, very
But
fun.
they never liked each other before?
They did. There's moments. There are moments there. But yeah, yeah. She's got a like her attitude like towards him is like it's like banter, where you just kind of like kick someone in the balls verbally. And then like
Hi, that's how I
yeah,
flirt.
I think you would really like enjoy this character.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. So it's a fun book so far. I'm glad I took a little break. I came back. I have a couple other books lined up. We'll see when I finish with this one, probably like
Because you fully, oh, the last episode you said you were almost done. You only have 40 minutes left as strangers. How was the ending? Everyone's talking about how the ending was really sad.
um I didn't cry. I don't think it was like anything like shocking.
It was just more of like the dissolvement, official dissolvement.
I think what everyone's talking about, strangers, the shocking bits, and I don't know if you saw, but Belle Burden did an interview with Oprah recently, where she like dissects like pieces of the books and a lot of book, and the most I think shocking bit of it is how Belle from the beginning was like ready to share custody of her children and like to expecting that, and he completely was like I don't want to take that role, and like our children are almost fully grown, so like I don't want to put them through like having to go from house to house was his excuse, but the youngest one was 12. And when he moved
They're almost
out,
fully grown.
yeah, there was like one that was in that had already graduated high school or was about to graduate because they were like in COVID times. So I think by the time they like, wrapped everything up with their divorce, like he was like maybe going off to college. But that was just one, that was their first son. And yeah, the youngest was 12. And when he moved out and got a new place, he had a spare room. Like this is like a multimillionaire. Um, he had a spare room and turned it into like an office, like did not create a space for his daughter. And the daughter was like very upset about it. So that in that sense, it's like, yeah, that was fucking terrible. And just there's things that he did and things that she like where her mentality was and like probably gave like a glimpse into like the marriage is like she gave up her career kind of was like the thing to do. And while she spent her inheritance on like their living situations, like they bought a house, she bought the house with her inheritance in New York, the condo, whatever, or like apartment. Then she bought the house
Oh, so
in the
she
Cape.
was the breadwinner originally?
She he was making good money. They met at like their law firm. And he was like on the rise, but so was she. And so she takes a back seat. They get married, they start having kids. She takes a back seat. And so she puts both of their names on the deeds of each of the properties. We're talking about like multi-million dollar properties, like especially now, right? And she spent her inheritance on them. The other weird thing is like when they got married, and I think it was like in the 90s, her family, like very affluent family, like I mentioned last time, they were like, you have to, we do prenups. And so she brings it up to him, and he was like super offended, very like, and he demanded that she change it to anything that they make while they're married, they don't split. And her attorney like was like,
Uh,
don't do this. Yeah. So basically,
no,
she
that's the
asked
thing
that
you do
backwards.
split.
Yes, and so he gives her some like, I mean like totally like gets frames it in this way. I forget what his like excuse was to her, that like he frames it in this way that like makes it make sense to her in the moment. She goes to her attorney, she's regurgitating it, and he's like, "Okay," and does it. Well, like 20 years later, they were due to like update that prenup, and they like I think the day or the week that like they were supposed to do it, he was like, "Let's do it later. Let's do this instead." And then like 6 months later, that's when like she finds out he's cheating and like this whole thing. Um he just like never gives her like a real valid reason of like what happened. He just cold like cuts it off. Oh, what I was gonna say is like she finds out that he's having an affair because the husband of the woman that he's having an affair with
Ooh.
um, messages her, and this is like peak COVID. And then that same day, she tries to commit suicide, the other woman. And then the husband of Belle, like you can tell he's like very like concerned and like cares about it. And she's like, tr Belle is like trying to put on a brave face and be concerned too and like be supportive to the other woman.
And she
And
at
then,
this point he knows that she knows that he cheated.
yes. And just so weird. He takes off, goes to New York, comes back, and is like, I'm done. We're getting a divorce. And I forget like if they waited or maybe he never comes back. I don't think he ever came back. He goes to New York and never comes back for like a month or something, doesn't see his kids. And then when he comes back, because she's like, we have to tell the girls. Um, and then he like begrudgingly, fine, okay, so he comes back, tells the girls, and he's being like manic, and he's just like, I think that went great. Like I blah, blah, just a freaking weirdo. And then he asks her, he's looking for the prenup, by the way. He's like goes downstairs, opening boxes, looking for the prenup, grabbing his stuff. He had like 12. Oh, this was the other weird thing. So like even though she bought the properties, he's making multi-million, like millions of dollars, and he's like scrutinizing every single thing that she purchased. And she would like have her own account that she was still pulling from her inheritance, where she would pay for the kids like clothes just so she wouldn't have to like explain it. But she also wasn't, her like faults was she wasn't involved in like tax season. She wasn't like paying attention. She didn't know how much he was making. She had no idea until after the divorce. Hmm.
That's where the women get in trouble. They don't even either they don't realize how much the man is making or they don't realize how much the man fucked them over financially.
He tries to take both houses as well
Why does he need two?
because his name is on it. So
What a
like
piece of shit.
during their like divorce, it like she gets pretty much like screwed, like pigeonholed into like having to work with him. Like the law just like wasn't on her side because of the prenup. They're like gonna honor it. And so he ends up doing like emailing her the night before their court hearing and agrees to give her the houses. I don't think she got to keep any money while they were like they didn't split any money. So she basically just got the properties and like that was it. But she, wrote a beautiful story, sold books, so she's okay. But
Now,
still, yeah, now, but still like awful, awful, awful. So
dude,
some people were saying
dude.
like, is he like they were like his behavior sounds like he might like have Asperger's or something or
Is
like
he still alive?
he is, yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder okay, because we already know Gwyneth Paltrow is going to play her.
Mhm.
I wonder which actor is going to take the role of him on because you know damn well everyone's going to hate him. So it's like, who's actually like up to par? Like, who could you picture reading it? Who could you picture being the husband?
I saw a picture of him and he kind of reminds me of Tobey Maguire. I don't know why. I think it's just like the photo that I saw. Let me see if I can.
Okay. 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 Gwyneth Paltrow and Tobey Maguire. I guess I could
I don't
see.
feel like he's like working anymore.
I don't think so either. I haven't seen him in anything since Spider-Man.
Hold on. I'm gonna send you. Actually, Google. Yeah, I found it.
What's his name? Oh,
Uno mas. Okay, I'm gonna send you this link.
and I'll include the link in the description. It's a hefty link.
Yes.
There's Tobey Maguire.
Okay, thanks for validating me.
Tobey Maguire or darn it, Anton Yelkin would have been a good one, but he RIP. Anton
Oh.
Yelkin would have been a good. Damn, I have to shorten that link when I include it. He would have been good. I'm trying to think who else would be a good one. Maybe the guy who plays Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. You see it. You totally see it.
Yeah, I guess I can't see it. It has to
Yeah.
be like totally distant and not not funny. Yeah, so now he has like a texting relationship with his kids. He takes them to the occasional dinner, never on vacation, never like overnights or anything. It's just kind of he's not there for like the emotional stuff. He's just,
Feel
you know,
that?
yeah. But look,
Um,
at the end of the day, we all like you are responsible for yourself. You cannot make a relationship for someone else with someone
nope.
else.
You
It's
cannot
literally
hand
you.
speak. Let's say that louder for the people in the back. You cannot handhold people through parenthood,
Mm.
fatherhood, motherhood, whatever angle you're on. You can't handhold people through being responsible for their kin.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever said kin like that ever. But yeah, it's just what it is. And I just am very thankful for the people who do show up for their children. And when the other person is a degenerate,
Yep. 1000%.
a true degenerate.
Mhm.
But anywho, well, next week will be a norm week. I will have a lot to catch up on because it'll be a week and a half. But as always, drop what we should watch in the comments, like, subscribe, all the things. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.